Elliot Ward was a quiet man. He didn't like parties, didn't care about fame, and never wanted to be a hero. He was just an engineer working on a small repair ship floating near the edge of the Zellerie. Empire's border, he fixed broken satellites, tuned jump engines, and spent most of his time talking to his robot assistant, Hex. Life was simple, boring, maybe, but safe, until one morning. Everything changed. A deep tone echoed inside the ship. Not the usual alarms, this one was different. It came with a flashing red symbol Elliot had never seen before. Hex turned to him, its voice calm. Message incoming. Priority Royal Zellerie. Channel, Elliot laughed. Must be a mistake. Royal? I'm not even a soldier. But when he opened the message, the words froze him in place. Human Elliot Ward. I am Princess Zaraya of the Zellerie Empire. You are chosen. I want you inside. Me, Zaraya, first starborn of Exla. Ella R.I. Elliot blinked. Then blinked again. Inside you? He whispered. What? The hell? He checked the message twice. It had the right encryption, real royal seals, and came from a known Zellerie royal frequency. Hex, is this real? Hex ran a scan. What? Confirmed. It is authentic. Herself sent it. Elliot scratched his head. This has to be a joke, some kind of alien prank. But less than 30 minutes later, a large shadow appeared near his ship. A sleek black vessel, shaped like a crescent moon, floated just outside his window. Zellerie warships were known for their silence and power. A voice came through the comms. Human Elliot Ward, do not resist. You have been summoned. I didn't agree to anything, Elliot said, stepping back. We were told you would say that. The voice replied calmly. We have orders to bring you with honor, force. Elliot grabbed his bag and muttered, Guess I don't have a choice. The inside of the royal ship felt alive. Its walls pulsed gently, like it had a heartbeat. Blue lights followed his steps. Strange alien guards watched him in silence there. Faces hidden behind smooth black masks. No one spoke to him during the journey, not even the pilot. It felt more like a ritual than a mission. Finally, after what felt like hours, 2 large doors opened, and there she stood. Princess Zaraya, she was. Tall and graceful, her skin glowing like silver under the light. Her eyes were deep violet, sharp yet tired. She wore a flowing robe made of silk-like metal that moved with the air. Elliot stepped forward slowly. He wasn't sure if he should bow, salute, or just run. Zaraya raised her hand. You are Elliot Ward. Yes. Yes, Your Highness. But why me? Why this message? She looked at him with a strange mix of sadness and hope. I meant every word, she said softly. I want you inside me, human. Elliot opened his mouth, then closed it. I don't understand. You will, she said, walking closer. I carry something inside me, something ancient, dangerous. It is breaking my mind. Our scientists have failed. Our own kind cannot help. She paused, then whispered, but humans are different. Your minds, your emotions, your chaos. It may be the only thing that can connect and stabilize me. Elliot was speechless. This wasn't about romance or power. This was about survival. You want me to enter your mind? He asked. She nodded. A deep neural merge. You will be inside my thoughts, my memories, my pain. Oh, it will change you. Forever. Elliot felt his hands shake. Why me? There are smarter humans, better trained ones. You were chosen, she said simply. Not by me, by the thing inside me. He stepped back. Wait. What thing? Zaraya's eyes turned. Cold. I cannot speak its name here. The walls may hear. It's when Elliot realized this wasn't a request. This was a desperate warning wrapped in a royal message. Do I have a choice? He asked. Zaraya looked into his eyes. You always have a choice, but if you say no, I may not survive the next few days. And if I die, this empire burns. Then the war begins. Elliot felt the weight of it all fall on his chest. He was just a man, an engineer, not a warrior, not a hero. But somehow, the fate of a galaxy now rested on a strange connection between a human and an alien princess. And deep inside her, something waited, something that had chosen him. Elliot sat in a quiet room inside the Royal Zellery ship. The walls were smooth and warm, glowing faint blue, but he didn't care about the design. He couldn't stop thinking about what Princess Zaria had said. I want you inside me, because something inside me is waking up. He wasn't a hero. He wasn't trained for mind merging, for alien wars, or whatever this was. He was just a mechanic. He fixed things. But this was something no human manual could explain. The door slid open with a soft hum. A tall Zellery male entered. He had dark silver armor and glowing eyes. His face showed no emotion. I am Warlord Kareth, he said. The princess requests your presence. Elliot stood up. She is weakening. The bond must begin soon, or she may lose control. Elliot followed the warlord through glowing halls, passing silent guards. He noticed something strange. Everyone looked worried. Not afraid of him, but afraid of what was happening to her. When they entered the royal chamber, Princess Zaria was sitting in a large silver chair. Her hands trembled slightly. Strange shimmer danced across her skin, like light bending around her body. She looked up and gave a weak smile. Thank you for coming. Elliot approached slowly. Getting worse? She nodded. Thing inside me is waking faster than expected. Our time is short. What is it? Elliot asked. What's really going on inside you? Zara looked around. Got it. Then she waved her hand, and a blue energy field rose around them. This room is now sealed. No ears, no eyes, just us. She took a deep breath. What I tell you now, no other human knows. Any of my empire would kill me for speaking it. Elliot stayed silent. He could feel the seriousness in her voice. 3 years ago, she began, during a secret mission beyond the Outer Rim. My ship found a broken vessel. It looked dead. But inside, there was something alive. We thought it was technology, a kind of energy-based AI. Her voice grew softer. It offered to help, said it could improve my body, make my mind stronger. It spoke in dreams. I was young, curious, foolish. Elliot frowned. You let it inside? I let part of it in, she said. It promised to sleep until needed. But now it is waking, and I am losing control. He stared at her. So this thing isn't just a parasite. It's some kind of living intelligence? Yes, Zaria said. And it hates chaos. It hates emotion. That's why our minds failed. But yours. Your human mind is full of noise, conflict, love, fear, all the things it cannot control. Elliot, tried to process this? You think my mind can hold it back? I hope it can, she whispered. Before he could reply, her body shook. A dark energy flashed across her eyes. Zaria. Elliot shouted. She grabbed her head, breathing hard. It's trying to speak through me. Suddenly her voice changed. Deeper, colder. So this is the human. Small, weak, soft thoughts. Elliot backed up. Who are you? The voice laughed. Names are for the living. I am older than stars. I was quiet till she called me. Now I will use her. Zaria's body trembled again. Then her eyes cleared, and her own voice returned. She was sweating, her lips pale. I'm still here, she gasped, but not for long. Elliot stepped forward, kneeling beside her. What do I do? She reached into a glowing box and pulled out a small silver device. This is the merge. Core, she said. Place it on your temple. We'll connect our minds. He took it, staring at the strange shape. And then what? Our thoughts will mix. You'll see my memories, feel my pain. But you must stay yourself. If you get lost, you won't come back. He looked into her eyes. What happens if I succeed? Then I live, she said. and the galaxy avoids war. Elliot took a deep breath. He was scared. But he also knew, if he walked away, billions could suffer. And deep inside him, something told him this wasn't just about saving her, it was about saving both of them. He pressed the device to his temple. The world exploded into light. Everything was light, blinding, endless light. Then, silence. Then, a whisper. Elliot opened his eyes, but he wasn't really using his eyes anymore. He floated in a strange space that looked like a sky made of glass and stars. The ground wasn't solid. It shifted beneath him like memory. "Where am I?" he whispered. "You are inside me," said a voice. Zaire. He turned and saw her standing not far, glowing softly but different now. Her face was younger here, her expression peaceful, like a dream version of herself. "This is my mind," she said. "This is where the merge begins." Elliot looked around. The sky turned purple. Giant towers rose in the distance, shaped like spirals. Strange creatures flew overhead, half bird, half machine. "It's beautiful," he said. She smiled. "It's not always like this. My mind creates places for my memories and feelings. But not all are safe." Suddenly, the sky cracked. A black streak tore through the clouds. Soraya's smile faded. "It's waking again," she said. "We don't have much time." They walked through a garden of silver trees. Elliot saw memories floating in the air, small glowing orbs. When he touched one, a vision appeared. He saw Zoraya as a child, laughing, playing with her younger brother. Her father, a tall and strong emperor, lifted her into the air with pride. "I haven't seen that memory in years," she said quietly. "I forgot how happy I used to be." Elliot was about to say something when they both heard it, a low, deep the sound of something ancient. An angry Zoraya grabbed his hand. "We need to move." They ran across a bridge made of glass and light. As they moved, Elliot saw stranger parts of her mind, broken halls, screaming voices, rooms filled with shadows. "What is this place?" he asked. "The deeper we go, the more we reach the parts of me that I've tried to forget," Zoraya said. "But we must go even deeper. There's something I've hidden. A door I locked long ago." Elliot frowned. "Why?" "Because behind that door is where it lives." They reached a wide black gate. Symbols glowed across its Lari words. Elliot couldn't read. The feeling was clear. Fear, regret, pain. Zaria looked away. "I don't want to open it, but we have to." Elliot stepped forward. "Then let's do it together." Placed his hand on the gate. Zoraya did the same. The door opened. What they saw inside made Elliot freeze. It was a memory, but not like the others. It was alive. It was moving on its own. In the middle of a dark chamber, a younger Zarya stood, reaching out toward a strange floating shape. It looked like liquid metal wrapped in chains. It pulsed with red and black light. "You will be stronger," the creature said in her voice. "Let me in, little queen." Then the memory flashed, Soraya screaming, the metal sinking into her body, her eyes going dark. The scene faded. The present-day Zoraya looked away in shame. "I was foolish. I thought I could control it, but I could become something more." Elliot stepped closer to her. "You were just trying to protect your people." She nodded slowly. "Yes, but I didn't know the price." Suddenly, a voice echoed through the space, cold, smooth, and inhuman. "You came back. And you brought a human." From the shadows, something crawled into view. It wasn't just a creature. It was a shape that didn't make sense to many eyes, too many limbs, and none of it stayed still. It twisted, changed, morphed. Zaria gasped. "It's awake." "You brought him inside you," the voice said, "and I will use him too." Elliot felt something grab his thoughts, like a cold hand reaching into his brain. "No," he growled. "Get out of my head." "You are soft," the thing whispered. "But your mind is different." It tried to press deeper into Elliot's thoughts, but something pushed back memories. His childhood, his mother's smile, his first spacewalk, his fear, his courage. The thing hissed. "Too much noise. Too much emotion?" You are poison to me. Zaria looked shocked. It's afraid of you. Elliot stood tall. Then let's keep going. As they backed away from the creature, the memory world around them began to shake. Cracks formed in the sky. Trees burned with cold fire. The deeper we go, the more it will fight, Zara said. Elliot looked her in the eyes. Then we fight. Together. And somewhere deep inside Zaraya's mind, the creature screamed. Because for the first time, it was afraid. The memory world was falling apart. The skies above Elliot and Zaraya turned dark. Lightning danced across floating towers. The ground below cracked open, showing endless shadows. The creature they had seen, the ancient thing hiding inside her, was no longer quiet. It was hunting them. We need to go back, Zaraya said, pulling Elliot's arm. No, he said firmly. You're still hiding something. Zaraya looked at him, confused. I've shown you everything. Elliot shook his head. No, there's more. The thing, whatever it is, it's feeding on something you're not telling me. A deeper memory. A truth even you are scared of. Zara stepped back. Her eyes trembled. It's not just about me, she said softly. It's about what I did. She raised her hand, and the broken world around them shifted. A new path. Opened beneath their feet, narrow, glowing with red light. This way, she said. But once we go, you may see me differently. They walked in silence. The path led to a place that didn't look like a memory. It looked like a prison. The walls were cold steel. Chains floated in the air. Ahead of them was a sealed chamber with a red lock pulsing like a heartbeat. Zaraya's hands shook as she reached for it. This memory, I locked it away even from myself. The chamber opened, and Elliot saw it. A vision Syria in full royal armor, standing over a control panel. Around her, hundreds of alien Badiz-Alari soldiers lay silent. And in the center, a large black egg-shaped device. A voice echoed in the memory. Do you understand the cost, princess? I do, her younger self replied. My father will never agree, but I will protect our people. At any price. The egg opened. Black. Liquid inside rose like smoke and wrapped around her body. Zara screamed. The memory ended. Zara stood in silence. Not looking at Elliot. You chose to let that thing inside? He asked, shocked. She nodded. Yes, the other empires were planning to crush us. I knew we couldn't win, I thought. I thought if I had something more inside me, I could stop them. You didn't just find it. You used it. Yes, she said, eyes full of guilt. And I hid that truth from everyone, even my own mind. Elliot turned away. His head was spinning. You made yourself a weapon, he said. That's what it is, living. Weapon. Zari's voice broke. I didn't want to be a killer, just didn't want to be weak. Elliot looked at her, really looked past the royal clothes, past the glowing eyes. She wasn't just a princess. She was a scared girl who had made a terrible choice. And now, that choice was waking up. Suddenly the walls shook, a deep growl echoed. Around them, you unlocked it, the creature said. Now I will show him everything. Darkness exploded from the ground. The creature appeared again, taller, more powerful. Its shape shifted rapidly, sometimes human, sometimes machine, sometimes just shadow. She gave herself to me, it said. And now, I will take you. Elliot's body was lifted into the air. His mind was pulled into a dark tunnel. Screams. Filled his ears her screams, memories of war, death, fire. Zaria tried to fight it, but the creature wrapped around her like a cloak. Let him go, she shouted. No, the creature hissed. This one is perfect. Mine burns like fire. If I take him, I can leave you. Elliot felt his mind slipping. The darkness crept in. He saw his old life, his ship, Earth, his friends, all fading, but then a hand reached for him. Soraya's voice. I made this mistake. I brought this darkness, but I won't let it take you. She pulled him from the shadows. Together, they pushed the creature back. Light exploded from her chest. A powerful wave threw the creature across the memory world. It hissed and vanished for now. Elliot collapsed. Breathing hard, Zaraya knelt beside him. You saw it all. The worst parts of me. He looked into her eyes. Yes, and you're still worth saving. Her eyes filled with tears. You're not just inside me, she whispered. You understand? Me. Elliot stood. Now we know the truth. Now we can fight it for real. Zaraya nodded. But we need to return soon. The longer you stay in here, the more danger you're in. Elliot looked at the sky, still cracked and trembling. We've seen the truth, he said. Now let's destroy the thing behind it. And deep inside Zara's mind, the creature growled again, because it knew. The war had truly begun. Everything went black, then white, then something else. Elliot opened his eyes, but he wasn't in the royal chamber anymore. He stood in a wide, empty field under a sky made of stars and fire. Floating towers twisted in the distance. Broken glass. Trees shimmered under moons that didn't belong to Earth. He looked down. His body was glowing faintly. His hands looked real, but somehow, not. This must be her mind, he whispered. I'm inside her. And it was beautiful, but also wrong. Suddenly a scream echoed through the air. Not physical, but mental. Sound of pain and fear. Elliot turned in the distance. He saw something horrible. Zaraya floating in the air wrapped in black chains. She struggled. Her eyes glowed. Her mouth opened, but no words came. Around her a massive black cloud spun like a storm. The parasite Elliot ran, but the path twisted under him. Every step took him in the wrong direction. The sky laughed. The towers shifted. Then he heard a voice, low, cold, inside his mind. You came willingly, human. Elliot stopped. Let her go. She let me in first, the voice replied. She called me when she was alone, in pain, afraid. Elliot gritted his teeth. She didn't know what you were. The voice laughed. She knew. She just wanted the power. And now, so do you. The ground cracked. A creature rose from the dark soil, not fully formed, shifting shapes. A monster built from broken faces, half Zaraya's, half Elliot's. All wrong. It stepped forward. Elliot stood his ground. You're just a parasite, Elliot said. You feed on fear. You don't belong here. Then why does your mind feel so comfortable to me? It whispered. Elliot flinched. The creature reached into the air and pulled something out of memory. His memory, he saw himself, younger, sitting alone in a dark room, his father yelling on the phone, his mother gone. Cold silence. You felt weak then, the voice said. You hated being small. Forgotten. Elliot shook his head. That was before. But it's still inside you. Another memory, him being laughed at during training. A ship crash simulator, he failed. You never felt like a hero. Just lucky. Elliot looked away. But then, he heard another voice. Riaz, don't believe it. Fight it. He turned. Chains wrapped around her again. But her eyes met his. She was still fighting. That gave him strength. He stepped forward. You're right. I wasn't a hero, he told the parasite. But I chose to be here. I chose to help her. That makes me more than you, the creature growled. It leapt forward, Elliot. Didn't run. He reached out and grabbed the monster's arm. Light burst from his hand. Real light. The parasite screamed. Zaria's chains cracked. No, the creature howled. You're just a visitor in her mind. You have no power here, Elliot. Held firm? Then I'll borrow hers. He remembered her memories, her pain, her strength, her laughter. Suddenly, the world shifted. The sky turned gold. Zaraya floated free, and beside Elliot, she appeared, eyes glowing, hair rising. No longer weak, she stood beside him. You wanted my darkness, she said. But now. The creature screamed. Zaraya and Elliot joined hands. Together, it released a wave of power, light, and memory. Truth and unity, the parasite cracked, breaking apart like glass under heat. New! Dense! The sky cleared. The land became still. Elliot dropped to his knees. Zara caught him. You okay? She whispered. He nodded. I think we won. She frowned. No, she said, not yet. It was just its body. Its mind is still deep inside. One final place to go. Elliot looked at her. What is it? She held his hand tightly. The merge. And in a flash, everything around them twisted again. One final step remained. One final battle. The sky split. Open inside the memory world, Elliot shielded Zariah with his arms as black fire rained down. The parasite was furious. It roared like a storm made of screams. You refuse power, it hissed. Then you will burn with her. Zariah coughed, her breath shaky. It's trying to kill us both. Elliot held her tighter. Let it try. Outside in the real world, alarms screamed across the royal ship. Princess Zaria lay unconscious on her throne, her body glowing with unstable energy. Elliot's body was limp beside her, still connected to the merge core. The royal council stood. In panic, Warlord Kareth turned to the lead medic. Status? Medic's voice shook. Her neural levels are spiking. If this continues, her mind may collapse. And the human, too. Shut it down, barked one of the elders. Remove the human before it's too late. No, Kareth said sharply. If we cut the bond now, we lose them both. The other council members shouted, argued. Fear filled the room. And then another alarm. Zalari warships above the planet. We're moving into attack formation. An officer turned pale. The council believes the human has corrupted the princess. They think he's taking control of her. The fools, Kareth muttered. They're going to start a war. Back inside the memory world, Elliot and Zaria stood on a floating platform surrounded by darkness. The parasite circled them like a vulture. This empire is weak, it whispered. They fear you, princess. And they fear the human even more. Let them burn. Zariah looked down. Maybe they're right to fear me. Elliot grabbed her hand. No. You tried to save them. You gave up everything. I also gave you up, she said quietly. I dragged you into this. I chose. To stay, Elliot replied. Because you're worth it. For a moment, the darkness paused. The parasite hissed in frustration. Enough of this weakness. You want to protect them? And protect this. The darkness shattered suddenly. Elliot found himself standing in the center of a burning city. He saw alien civilians screaming, running, buildings falling. It wasn't relit, it was a projection, a vision. This is your future, the parasite said. Your refusal will cause this. The flames rose higher. But take me in. Control you. And all of this can be avoided. Elliot turned to Zariah. Is it lying? She looked at the flames. No, not completely. My empire is on the edge. If I fall, others will invade. War will follow. Then we fight it now, Elliot said. We finish this together. Raised her hand and her mind. Responded bright light shot from the ground. The memory world reshaped itself. Buildings repaired. The sky turned blue. The fire vanished. The parasite shrieked. No, you cannot take back what I've claimed. But something had changed. Zariah was standing tall again. Her silver glow returned. Elliot stood beside her, strong and clear. You don't belong here, she said. Elliot nodded. It's time to evict the guest. Together they raised their hands. Their memories, her hopes. His emotions merged and struck the creature like lightning. The parasite screamed as it began to dissolve. But it wasn't going quietly. It dove into Elliot one last time. If I cannot take the princess, then I will take you. Outside, Elliot's body twitched violently. Monitors went red. The medics panicked. He's crashing. Warlord Kareth clenched his fists. Do something. No one knew what to do. Inside his own mind now, Elliot stood alone. It was quiet. It was too quiet. A dark fog wrapped around his thoughts. You should have taken the power, the parasite whispered inside him. Now you are alone. No, Elliot said, from deep inside. He focused on his memories, his first time in space, the small joys of fixing broken things, his old dog back on Earth, and her, Zaria's voice, her strength, her pain, her eyes. Elliot's mind lit up. "I'm not alone," he whispered. And just like that, Zarya appeared beside him, glowing, beautiful, fierce. "I told you," she said, smiling. "We do this together." They held hands, and their minds exploded in light. In the real world, both their bodies lit up so bright that the medics had to shield their eyes. Monitors returned to green, energy calmed, Zarya's body relaxed, Elliot's breathing returned, and slowly, their eyes opened, together. Elliot and Zarya stood together in the center of a glowing white space. But this was no longer just her mind. Or his. It was both. Their thoughts, their memories, their emotions mixed together into one world. Trees from Earth stood beside Crystal. Towers from Zalari, stars shined over both skies. Two souls, now connected. Elliot looked around. This place. "It feels different." Zarya nodded. "It's the merge. Complete. You are now fully inside me and I am inside you," they shared. A look. No words were needed. They understood each other completely now. Every fear, every mistake, every dream, but the peace didn't last. The air cracked. Black mist crept across the ground and from the shadows. The parasite appeared one last time. It no longer looked like a monster. It looked like the twisted mix of Elliot's body and Zarya's face, speaking with both their voices. "You tried to burn me out. But now, you've given me something stronger." The parasite smiled. "Two minds, one place. If I take this merged soul, I become unstoppable." Zarya stepped forward. "You won't touch him." "But I already have," the creature whispered. Dark cracks appeared across Elliot's arms. He gasped. "I feel it. It's trying to pull me apart." Zarya grabbed his hands. "You must fight it. I'm with you." But the creature was faster than before, jumped between their thoughts, searching for fear, for pain. It used Elliot's memories against him, his old regrets, lost friendships, the feeling of being small. Then it attacked Zarya, with hers, her guilt, the war, her father's disappointed voice. "You are both broken," it hissed. "That's why you called to me. That's why I fit." Elliot fell to his knees. The pain was sharp-like. His mind was tearing in half. "Zarya, I can't." She dropped beside him, cupped his face. "Elliot," she said gently, "what's the one thing it can't touch?" He blinked. "What? What's the one part of you it can't steal?" Elliot looked deep into her eyes. And then he understood love. Not romantic. Not lust. But something stronger. It's the kind of love that sacrifices, that chooses others, that stays when everything says to run. The parasite screamed. "No, don't remember that. Don't feel that." But Elliot did. He felt his father's hug. Before space school, he felt the joy of giving a broken child on Mars a repaired toy. He felt Zarya reaching into the darkness for him. Zarya joined him. She shared her love too, her little brother's laughter, her mother's lullaby, her people smiling on Victory Day. Light burst from them. The creature shrieked. It tried to escape, but the memory world turned bright as fire. Their love, their unity, burned like a sun. Elliot shouted, "Zarea!" raised her hands, and now you never will again. Together, they unleashed the final wave. The parasite screamed, its voice became smaller, weaker. It vanished in a ripple of white light, gone. Forever silence followed, but not an empty silence, a peaceful one. Elliot fell to the ground, breathing heavy. Zarya knelt beside him, smiling. "It's over," she whispered. "You did it." He looked up, exhausted. "We did it." Their merged world began to break apart, not in pain, but as if releasing them. "Time to wake up?" Elliot asked. Zarya nodded yes. "But when we do, nothing will be the same." Back in the real world, the royal chamber waited in silence. Then Zarya's eyes opened. They glowed softly, no longer shaking. Then Elliot gasped, sitting up, eyes wide. Every person, in the room stared. The warlord stepped forward. "Princess, are you?" "I am alive," she said. Her voice was calm, powerful. She turned to Elliot. "And he is no longer just a guest in my mind. He is part of me now." The council members whispered among themselves. Unnatural, blasphemy. What has the human done? But Zaraya stood up. "You fear him?" she said to the crowd. "Should thank him. He saved me. He saved us all." She turned to Elliot. "Elliot Ward, you're no longer just a human visitor." She reached out her hand. "You are now part of the Zelari future." He hesitated, then took her hand. Their fingers touched, and the galaxy changed. The throne room was quiet. Not the silence of peace, but the silence of shock. Zaraya stood tall, glowing with soft silver light. Elliot stood beside her, calm but alert. They held hands. They didn't speak at first. They didn't have to. Everyone in the room could feel it. Something had changed. Warlord Kareth stepped forward. Slowly he bowed not just to Zaraya, but to Elliot too. "You returned from the merge." "Alive," he said. Zaraya nodded. "And free." Kareth looked around the room. "The parasite is truly gone," Elliot answered. "It was never strong on its own. But it needed pain, division, fear. We gave it none." One of the older counselors stepped forward. "And what are you now? Human? A new ruler?" Elliot shook his head. "I didn't come here to rule anything." Zaraya looked at the council. "But he saved our world. He saved me. And because of that, the bond between Earth and Zelari will never be the same." Murmurs filled the room. "He's dangerous. It's not even one of us." "He is," Zaraya said sharply. Her voice echoed like thunder. "He is part of my mind, my memory, my strength, whether you accept it or not. He is already inside our future." Days passed. The story of the merge spread across the stars. Some praised Elliot as a hero. Others called him a threat. Earth's leaders sent cautious messages. Was this human used? Is the princess now a weapon Elliot didn't care about? Politics. He stayed close to Zaraya, learning about her people, helping her rebuild. She showed him ancient crystal gardens, and he taught her how to fix old machines with duct tape. Together, they laughed. Together, they healed. One night she asked, "Do you miss Earth?" "Sometimes," Elliot said. "But here, I finally feel like I matter." She smiled. "You do." Then came the ceremony, the official bonding ritual. Elliot didn't know what to expect. He thought it might be a wedding, a joining of souls, a religious thing. It was none of those. Instead, it was a simple walk across a long silver bridge over a lake of memory light. Zaraya went first. Elliot followed, at the center. They turned to face each other. "I carry you in my mind," she said. "I walk with you in my soul," he replied. Their hands touched. The sky above them shimmered, and across every screen in the Zelari Empire, a message appeared. "The human is one with the princess, and the princess is one with the human. This is not the end. This is the beginning." But not everyone was pleased. In the shadows of another system, angry voices gathered. A masked figure slammed his fist on the table. First they allow him inside her mind. Now they let him stand beside her throne. Another voice replied, "If we act now, we can break the bond. Remove the human." A third voice, cold and calculating, said, "No. Let them grow comfortable. Let them believe this is peace." The masked one leaned forward. "And then we remind the galaxy why the old laws existed." Back on Zara's world, Elliot looked out over the stars. "I don't know what comes next," he said. Zara stood beside him. "Neither do I, but we'll face it together." Then something buzzed in Elliot's hand. He looked down. It was his old Earth communicator, long dead, now glowing. A message blinked on the screen. "They know what you did. They're coming for her. For you. For Earth." Elliot's face went pale. Zaraya saw it. "What is it?" He slowly looked up. "I think the galaxy just woke up." She took a deep breath. "Then we'd better be ready." As the stars shimmered around them, the human and the alien princess stood side by side, no longer strangers. They were something new, something dangerous, something beautiful, and whatever came next, they were ready to face it together.